I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. 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 Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Everyone, hello from Minneapolis. I want to just welcome everyone who's listening on the show. I miss being here. Welcome to Awakening Hearts Radio. My name is Tess Vergara, your host, and I run a business called Open Heart Mind Coaching. I'm a strategic interventionist and awakening coach, and my intention for the Awakening Hearts Radio, I was just talking to Sprinkle about it, that, the purpose of this radio show is to stand strong in this now moment, right? We are at the cusp, or we are already in it. The shift is in progress. It's taking place. We're in it. So how do we not get yanked back into the world of shame, blame, and judgment? And that is, the intention of Awakening Hearts Radio. And, also to reveal what might be getting in the way of our potential. It's all about self-realization, fulfilling our soul purpose, reaching the highest potential. And how can we glorify the God being that we are, right? So it is a yummy conversation. And, we are awakening, we are there, we're in this new reality, new world. We are already here, and it is terrifying to step into the unknown. And that's why I was telling my producer, Sprinkles, that we are not just holding hands, but we're creating this heart greed. Our hearts are connecting. everywhere you are in the world, let's connect our hearts, open our mind, open our spirits, let it connect, because we're creating this unknown thing, right? It's a blank canvas. We never know. We've never been on this place before, but together we can inspire one another, light up each other's path, so we can draw and design and color the life that is as unique as your thumbprint, right? We are unparalleled reflections of infinity, of God, of purity, right? So we are as unique our thumbprint. We can never be like any other, right? So we are breaking out of conformity into the unknown, and that's exciting, right? So as an awakening heart, we are all meant to shine our hearts. And I was telling somebody this, that we're like construction workers, right? Who likes construction? Nobody, right? Because they're getting in the way. We're late going somewhere. We're going on these detours and stuff. But after the construction, when the roads are nice and smooth, and it's great, right? So we're that construction worker. People are not gonna like us in the beginning. But when the road is paved and when they can actually see with clarity where they're going, then that's when they appreciate the work. So hang in there. We are gonna talk today about what if we can wear energy, like imagine your closet. What if you can pick and choose from your closet and choose what energy to wear, right? Isn't that exciting? And yes, you have that choice. You can pick and choose what energy to wear, and it all starts with intention. So, for example, have you ever asked, how are you today? And then people ramble on and on about how they're so tired. Oh, I'm so busy. I cannot keep up. And then there's those of us who are so infectious in our joy, in our love and confidence, right? And we draw people to us, right? They can feel our energy, our light, right? And have you also noticed in yourself, you're just drawn to a person because they have this charisma, they have this light. That's what energy is, right? So we wear it, we wear energy consciously or unconsciously. We show it off to the world or hide it. But whatever we do, people sense it. People feel the energy that we wear or we vibrate or we radiate. And we may not know exactly how we do it or why we do it, right? But the thing is, we are our energy. We are exuding it. It's energy. It's people feel it. Okay, so if you had a choice, and you do, what energy would you rather emanate coming from you? Isn't that yummy to really cultivate this consciousness, this deliberate creation of what energy you're bringing out into the world? So if you can pick and choose what to wear and change to, what energy would you wear? Okay? Would you wear guilt? Would you wear blame? Would you wear judgment? Would you wear courage? Could you try joy? Would you wear light? I mean, like truth with a capital T, love in a way that it's not attached to, I'm going to do this for you in the hopes of getting something in return. Not that kind of love, but love that overflows, and you actually cannot go to sleep at night when you have so much love that you want to express that kind of love, because that is who you are. And imagine if you were wearing the kind of energy that you choose consciously, how would that impact your day? How would that impact the people around you? So have you ever been with judgmental and highly critical people? Oh my God, right? The drama. You can feel their energy from a mile away and you just want to run, right? So it doesn't feel yummy when someone judges you or blames you or shames you or puts you in the corner or tells you not to do anything or dictates you. It doesn't feel yummy. So, but what if we could pick and choose what we can wear and radiate and vibrate as if we had a choice in it? And we do. That's a power of choice. That's our power. You know, it all starts there. And someone's saying on the chat, if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it, right? And that's good. Let's talk about that. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it. So now there's different perspectives on that, or you can feel it. Does it feel right? Like are you dumbing yourself down? Are you shutting yourself up just to not rock the boat? Then does that feel empowering or disempowering? So elevate the consciousness. If you're not going to say anything just because you have nothing nice to say, yes, but then it continues the behavior too, right? At some point you have to say, stop. I don't enjoy that. You know, you have to also use your power, your voice. Otherwise, it can be both empowering and disempowering. And that's where consciousness steps in, your level of awareness steps in. And if we don't speak up, we train people how to treat us, right? So anyway, it's as an awakening heart, we have this level of discernment where we cannot be pushed down any longer, but we're also coming up from a sense of compassion where we understand why people are hurt people, and we do not need to hurt them any longer. We can come from a sense of compassion and understanding, but also at the same time, do not feed that negativity any longer. So if you are a pure channel, a vessel of source, which you are, right? Yes, if you are loving yourself, respecting yourself, and fully trusting yourself, you will trust in the moment that whatever you say is for the highest good. If you are aligned with that source energy, with unconditional love, if that is your alignment, and that is, we are here, we're talking about awakening hearts, right? So if that is the foundation and alignment, then whatever comes out of your mouth, do not fear it, right? Because if you're filtering, oh, I don't know what they're going to say about that, oh, that might hurt their feelings, then you are buying into that energy of the old world of shame, manipulation, guilt, judgment, right? But if you have the power to speak your truth, feel the power in that, feel the truth in that, and feel the light. By you giving yourself permission to shine your light, you're also giving permission for others to shine their light and speak their truth, right? So it didn't mean to go all over the place there, but I hope I got that. That doesn't mean shut up. That's not what awakening is. We're not here to shut up. We're here to talk about the goodness of awakening, the goodness of alignment, the goodness of really speaking and living from the truth. We cannot deny it any longer. To live in the space of judgment and criticism and separation and denial and, oh, I'm going to humble myself, but it's really not humble yourself. It's really false pride or false humility, it feels awful in the body. Your energy is just off. You know it deep inside of you. You know it, and you know it. You cannot cheat yourself. You cannot cheat your subconscious. You can't lie to yourself. And the minute you lie to yourself, the minute you are out of integrity with yourself, that's when doubt kicks in, that's when self-blame kicks in, then you go all over the place again, okay? We are not in that world anymore. We are here with our truth, we're shining our light, and we are here paving the path for others. Okay? Yes, oh my God, people are gonna see us as crazy, people is gonna see us as woo-woo or whatever that, but they don't know what we've gone through to come to this point of alignment, of truth, of divinity, right? So they can say whatever they want, we will shine our light because we know our truth. No one can rip us away of the experience that we had to go through to get to this point of awakening. All right, so going back to the subject, it's all about authenticity, right? It's all about you being you, with no fear of judgment from other people. If you're still fearing judgment from other people, then there's still work to do, right? Then you haven't spoken up your truth. You haven't really connected with yourself. And if that's the case, you know where to reach me, Tess at openheartmindcoaching.com. This is the kind of work that I do to help people come out of the spiritual closet. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun. Yeah, it's when we inhibit ourselves, we're not just cheating ourselves, we're cheating others of the experience of us. Yeah, right? We are denying ourselves of intimacy, and then we wonder why the relationship doesn't work because we are wearing masks, we're doing this and that. And anyway, so just imagine if you can pick and choose. Many have experienced me. Yes. And this is an evolutionary process, right? We've all made mistakes. I was telling someone yesterday, I have a new client who was like, I'm going to tell you things, I'm like, don't worry about it. I have done worse things. I can bet you anything. I've done worse things than you. So you don't worry about it. Coaching is not about blame, judgment, or it's about unlayering the beliefs, the emotions, unhealed traumas, and stuff like that. What is it that is making us believe we are less than our divinity? Yeah. So mistakes needed to happen to get there. Mistakes are actually guidance. Everything is happening for a reason, and everything that's happening is for our highest alignment. Mistakes or not, failures or not, it's all about us coming to our highest truth, our highest potential. So part of it is really being intentional on what energy we're choosing to radiate at any moment. And if you had the power of choice, and we all do, right? We make choices all the time. We create our realities by the choices we make. But are we aware of what we are choosing? So that's our topic today. What energy will you choose to create and experience more of and share with the world? For me, it's always freedom, awakening, enlightenment. And whatever I do or say, I no longer filter. I am just open to the experience at any moment. And, I'm just allowing and scanning the energy too, right? If it feels right in my body, then it's good. Sometimes I really can feel other people's energy And sometimes I would wonder, oh, all of a sudden I feel icky in my body. I'm all of a sudden I'm feeling irritated, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's mine. I could feel other people's energy. And when I got that realization, oh my God, it was so amazing, because then I couldn't, it's a part of self-love. It's not mine, it's theirs. I don't want it. Right? If you're living in the world of shame, blame, fear, manipulation, control, and I'm feeling it because it feels icky, because that's not the vibration I want to live in any longer, yes, you are right. I have no room for that. That's not where I want to plug in my energy. So if I leave you in the middle of something, it's because I am making a stand. That I'm making a statement. That's not where I live any longer. I love you. I still honor and respect you. And I understand the journey that is ahead of you. But because I love you so much, I am not going to enable you to further put shame, blame, judgment on other people, because that only recreates it and regurgitates it and affects more people. I am here as a stand for higher truth. And if I am mirroring to you what you are doing, or what, I'm reflecting back to you, well, that's the journey that I chose for myself. I didn't know that, but I somehow am put on this path to reflect to people their light and dark shadows, and I'm okay with it. I was kicking and screaming. I didn't choose this, but hey, that's part of an awakening coach, and as a human being too. I do not live in that world anymore. So if I stand up and choose not to participate in your world of drama, that's it. That is ultimate self-love for me. That is ultimate self-love for the world and for you. That's my highest love for you. You will not perceive it that way. You are so gonna hate me. You are so gonna blame me and shame me and all that. And that's okay. That's okay. I do not need to carry that on in the depths of my being, in my heart of hearts. It's for the highest good. It's for the highest alignment. It's for our consciousness evolution. So I can be the bad guy. I have no qualms about that. It's all about energy and reflecting back to each other. Universe is a feedback loop, right? So you're giving me a feedback of who I'm being, or what experience I want to experience in life. The same thing too. So right. So there are so many choices that we can do. So how did I get there? I don't know. So anyway, if you are live with me on this show, and I heard that we are also on Facebook Live, welcome everyone. Comments, Sprinkles is alerting me on any of the comments. Join in the energy of fun and awakening, and really consciously choosing, intending how to live our life as awakened hearts. Right? So why are we awakening? Why awakening hearts? Because you can no longer deny your soul. It's not about what I'm saying. It's about the truth that is in you, that's waiting to be shared and contributed and revealed to the world as the unique self, unique fractal expression of the highest truth that you are. So the inspiration behind today's topic is a woman I gave a free coaching session to, and I asked her what she would like to walk away with. Okay. And she said she was just looking for a different perspective. And boy, oh boy, I tell you, she did not know what hit her. She wanted a different perspective. Okay, let's play. So anyway, so I asked her what she would like to walk away with, and she said different perspective. Those are usually my first questions, is to create an intentionality for what she wanted to create out of that 45 to an hour session with me, right? So, and I asked her, what motivated you to pursue coaching with me at this time, right? Those are the questions that I ask. Is there anything you are hoping to change, to be different as a result of our coaching? So that's the kind of question that raises the level of awareness and gives clarity in a coaching session. Anyway, she initially said she wanted to work on confidence building, especially because she just graduated or was graduating soon. I can't remember the story now, but she gave me a background story on her professional training and her desire to get a new job. She just moved to Minnesota. All right, then. So great. I congratulated her, and situation, people, events, those are the things that build our confidence. And so I asked her, what eats away your confidence? And she was quiet for a bit, and not realizing that in that, within 10 minutes, we we're already going deeper than she was prepared to do, right? She was giving me vague answers, right? So, but when I asked her, what eats away your confidence? And, I asked her, if you could wear confidence, what would you do? Do you work out? Do you dress professionally? Those are the kinds of questions that I asked her. I could have given her NLP techniques to make her feel confident, or how to breathe, how to check her physiology, if she is, I could do all those things, but again, as a conduit for source to be spoken and experienced in the coaching, that which is my intention in any engagement that I do, is to really be the vessel for truth to come out, right? So I don't have any filters. I don't judge myself. I don't tell myself I'm going to act this way or that way. I just create an intention, and that's always my intention. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, oh, look at that, the time, we've got 2 minutes before the break. In my coaching, strategies come later. I always create an awareness where is the separation? Where are you not showing up as you? What events, situations, scenarios, people, circumstances are currently contributing in your life that creates separation, or in her case, lack of confidence? Again, my question to her was, what is eating up your confidence? So in her response, I picked up few glaring statements which might resonate with you. She revealed to me beliefs such as, oh, I should know everything. I am so hard on myself. I am qualified, but I don't know where I fit in. And also I warned her, okay, I'm so going to sound nosy to you, but coaching is about asking questions, right? I will ask you a bunch of questions, find out where you are, where you want to go, and then we'll talk about how we can close the gap between where you are now, where you want to go, and talk about next possible steps for you. And then get clarity of, where you want to proceed in life. If you're stuck, we're going to talk about how to get unstuck, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, the questions that I asked her revealed that her confidence is all about lack of self-trust. And she lacked self-trust because guilt is running the show. Okay, it's time for a break. We are going to talk about the energy of guilt when we come back from the show. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Hi again, everyone. We are talking about energy, and if we had a choice, what energy would we wear? Are we aware? Are we conscious of the energy that our go-to energy, right? Our default energetic patterns that we go to and we wear it every day. Some wear, before the break, I was talking about a new client who, uh, when I asked her what's eating away your confidence, she wanted to talk about gain perspective on how to gain self-confidence, right? And so when I asked her what's eating away her confidence, uh, in not so many words, she admitted it was coming from the energy of guilt. So what is your default or what is your go-to emotion? Emotion means energy in motion, right? But what happens is it's supposed to be in motion, but we hang on to it. We live in that emotion in and out. So if you can upgrade the emotion that you live in, what might that be? So that would be my question for you today. And I'm gonna go through uh, the exercise that I did with her, hoping that it will serve you. Again, the intention is for the highest good of all. Yay. So awesome. Welcome, Peg, on the Facebook chat or Facebook page. Welcome. And just write questions if you have any questions. And for those listening, off the air on the replay later on, you can shoot me a question at Tess at Open Heart Mind Coaching. And, if you have insights, questions, concerns, doubts, those are the kind of things that I want to hear about. So then we can talk about it here on Awakening Heart Radio in the next shows to come, right? So we'll build upon your questions and concerns and doubts, right? um, yeah. So I just want to say thank you to my hosts, Peg and Sprinkles. Thank you, as always, for being here for me. If you're liking the show, please tell your family and friends about it. Like Off the Cuff E-zine and radio Facebook pages. And mine is Open Heart Mind Coaching. You can also find me on LinkedIn. And yeah, like I said, if you have questions, if I'm going too fast for you, or if my message resonates and you need clarification, I would love to help in any way that I can. I'm doing this radio show to bring about awakening for everyone, whether you want to work with me or not. Just, seed. Well, more than seed, we're not seeding any longer. We're living it. We're living the awakened life now, right? So I'm tired of being alone. So I'm bringing all of you in the bandwagon. Come on, everyone. Let's light up the world and set it on fire, right? You cannot deny your soul any longer. All right. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So a client of mine, I was talking to a client of mine earlier today, and he reminded me that the best thing that he got out of our coaching relationship was connecting him with his divinity, connecting him or bringing in every session that we do together, this divine energy. And when he remembers to do that in his daily life, everything falls into place. All of a sudden, he's not worrying about anything. He used to be an overthinker. He would plan everything out. He would lose sleep figuring things out. But ever since he started bringing in this divine energy, call it pure source energy, call it universe, call it God, whatever it is for you, when you bring it in, then everything happens beautifully and effortlessly. And that is quantum manifestation as opposed to linear mentality where we're figuring things out, we're trying to do everything to make it work. We're striving or working harder to get that. Those are all the old paradigm or the old world. We are now awakened into the flow and energy of our highest beingness, right? So at this moment, I just want to take a pause and invite in your higher self. Picture that. What would your higher self look like? What energy? Okay, let's talk about energy. What is the energy of your higher self? Think about that. What would be yummy? Is it calm? Is it inspiring, inspired, loving, right? Is it wise? Is it pure knowingness? Is it pure beauty, divine intelligence? Bring that in. Bring all that in front of you and then pull it into your heart. Right. So just bring in your own divinity of calm, comforting, radiance. Yes. For me, it's absolute certainty. That's that infinite knowingness, so that I'm not constantly looking for motivation elsewhere or approval from elsewhere externally. I don't need it. I don't need that any longer. I want this knowingness, right? The truth in every moment, in the now moment. So just feel that in your body. Bring in your own divinity, whatever that looks like for you. If it's courage, confidence, whatever that is, bring that in and hold it in your heart. Feel that. Feel this container of love that's already inside of you, the container of light that's already inside of you. And let us ask the higher beings, the angels and saints and masters, right? The awakened masters, the ascended masters, the beings of pure light. Let's bring them all in to be with us. We are all one energy. And let's pray. Or if prayer does not resonate with you, let's affirm, let's, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just speak it into reality, this pureness of love, pureness of light that we already are. And bring to the world as awakening hearts, the higher awakening and enlightenment that we are all longing for and living for, and that we came here to be and do, right? And contribute. Yummy. So let's bring that divinity in. I'd like to call on my favorites, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Metatron. They are my go-to archangels, and I call on them now to amplify the energy of open heart, open mind, the higher awakening for this radio transmission, to amplify and bring out to the world the message of awakening, whatever that looks like, whatever stage you are in your life right now. It's perfect, it's pure, it's innocence. Let's bring all that and be divinity in action. We are walking faces of God, right? We are divinity in action. Yes, you are the salt of the world, the salt of the earth, the light of the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank my client for reminding me that. All right, so that feels yummy, eh? So try on the energy of guilt. It's kind of hard to do when we just elevated ourselves into pure consciousness. But, from remembering what guilt might look like, right? It feels awful in the body, right? But where does that come from? And when I asked this person where guilt was coming from. It was about the message or the programming that she got, that she is supposed to take care of people, right? And when people, and notice this, right? When people are taking care of her, then she feels guilty. Oh my God, like what, she's supposed to take care. She's guilting herself to take care of other people. And when people are taking care of her, she is guilting herself even more, right? Yes. Oh my God, right? And so let's go through that. Okay, play with me here. Just try being her at this moment. You're trying being her from an awareness, right? Not being her. I don't want you to be stuck in that energy of guilt. You're just trying it on from you're looking at it from a third party standpoint, right? So how might that feel in your body if you were wearing guilt? Like if guilt is a piece of clothing that you're wearing every day, feel it in your body. And I asked her that, to be in that state. I just had her remind me, because you know what? Emotion is something that we do. It's a learned behavior. It's a learned pattern. It's a pattern. Okay, so I asked her, what do you do when you are in that state of guilt? It's a state of mind. It's a state of beingness. It's the energy that she is constantly peeking out. So she knows this, right? She's practiced it for so long. And I'm getting a message here in the chat box that guilt looks like fatigue, depressed. Yes, it is habit forming, definitely. And so when I asked her, she said, I feel guilty that I won't find a job. Isn't that interesting? She already feels guilty for a future event that hasn't happened yet. I feel guilty that I will not find a job. She's still in school. I feel guilty that I am compounding my husband's stress because the husband is contributing to her. And okay, so I asked her, feel that guilt in your body, right? And how does it feel physically? And she said, it feels inhibiting physically. I freeze up, and when I'm frozen like this, I am unable to pursue as many job application. Oh, isn't that interesting, right? So do you see how guilt is running the show? This is the energy that she is unconsciously choosing. So I'm bringing it to her awareness. I'm bringing it to her consciousness that she's been using guilt. She's been wearing guilt all her life, right? So why do people choose to wear guilt? Right? Why would someone want to feel terrible? And feeling terrible has become her way of being, guilting herself, sacrificing herself. She has associated guilt with caring for another person, and that if she didn't feel guilt, it meant she didn't care. And if she didn't feel guilty, it meant she did not love. You see how that is a lower form of love. It's still love, but it's in its lowest form because it is weighed heavily down by guilt. It's not freely given. I'm guilty. I'm going to give you the love because I'm guilty. It's not open-hearted. It's not authentic. Okay, so pretend you are holding in your hands a hose. This is what I told her, right? A water hose. And you have habitually watered your garden with the water of guilt. I asked her, can you paint a picture for me what your garden will look like? tonight, tomorrow, 6 months from now, a year from now? And immediately she said, awful. They can't grow. It's all muddy and muck, and there's lots of weeds. It feels so dirty and unhealthy. I cannot breathe. Whew. She felt the energy that she was feeding the marriage. She was feeding herself. No wonder, right? No wonder she didn't have the self-confidence, because guilt is eating it all up. So what would you like to feed your garden instead? Okay. Well, she said, I want to feed it with love, but I have to nurture it. And instead of nurturing it, I feel guilty. I just want to relieve his stress, his husband's stress. And the only thing I know is to sacrifice myself so he can feel safe. Right? Did you hear what you just said? Do you think he is happy when you are sacrificing yourself? Maybe in the moment, you'd buy some time and you dumb yourself down so he can feel safe. But does he really feel safe? And she said, no, not really. No matter what I do, the pressure is there and we are stuck here. And I don't know where to go from here. I just don't know that I want to keep recreating this muddy existence. And so that's where I asked her, if you are wearing guilt every day and sacrificing yourself, what message are you secretly giving yourself that on a conscious level, okay? This is not about blaming, judging, okay? This is about bringing into awareness what you are unconsciously doing. So no judgment here, right? So you have no idea. We don't know what we don't know that we didn't know, okay? All right, so it's not about that. So you are not aware of guilting yourself to love and care for someone. You didn't know that that was your pattern. However, on a subconscious level, your cells are listening, okay? Your whole being is listening. Even if you're not, even if your ears are not listening or not tuned in because your focus is on the guilt and, oh my God, he's coming home stressed, what are you really telling yourself when you sacrifice yourself, when you guilt yourself, to submission, when you guilt yourself to saying right things to him, right? Are you elevating yourself or are you kicking yourself down? Are you embracing yourself or are you self-abandoning? What message are you giving yourself when you guilt yourself, believing that you have to self-sacrifice, that you have to abandon yourself to make someone happy? Her words that she told me, I have to sacrifice myself where he can feel safe. Well, for one thing, he knows it on his subconscious level. He can feel this, but he couldn't pinpoint it. And then that creates more stress, right? You think he feels safe, but no, he is unhappy because no matter what he does to make her happy, she is self-sacrificing and is actually taking away the very effort that he was contributing for her. He wants her to be happy and she's sacrificing herself. So it's really difficult to make someone happy who doesn't want to be happy. Okay? So what does that kind of languaging, where she said, I have to sacrifice myself where he can feel safe. Her languaging, what does that do to her level of confidence, to her level of self-esteem, to her self-worth? What is she really telling herself, right? It all gets wiped out. Confidence, down the toilet, flushed. Self-esteem, zero. Self-worth, oh my God, negative, right? If you do this every day of your life, and this is a programming that we learn from 0 to 7, and it's become a pattern. It's become a way of being. It's become an identity, right? So I asked her, if you had a choice, and you do, what would you wear? What would you rather wear instead of guilt? Would you like to stop doing that strategy of guilting yourself or guilting someone? Because it's really hurting you and it's really limiting you, right? Do you really want to create this muck, this mud of garden? It's really not a garden, it's a garden of weed. Is that what you really want to create? Right? So in that conversation, there were so many more so many more revelations. I'm laughing because someone said something funny on the chat. So many more revelations, and I'm always listening to what lowers your energy: limiting beliefs, trauma, right? Programming that is not in your highest alignment. So those are the things I'm listening for in a coaching conversation, and those are the things that are easy fix. So when I asked her, what would you rather wear? She said, I choose joy. And then when I had her imagine what joy looks like, she really had a hard time. She really had a hard time connecting to true joy, because to her, which is, it's sad, but also exciting at the same time, because now with this level of awareness, with this level of empowerment, she can choose joy. It's like removing the veil, right? That's what coaching does. It's removing the veil. Wow, I can choose joy? You mean I deserve joy, right? Yeah. You know what they say, customers are always right? That does not apply to coaching. Especially if I'm the one who you choose as a coach. You're not always right. Like I said in the beginning, I am here as your mirror. I'm reflecting back to you. What are the things that are draining your energy? What are the things that's bringing you down? What are the things that's causing you to not embrace the divinity that you are? Right? I see in you divinity. I see in you all the good stuff, but I am not afraid to reflect back to you what it is that's blocking your greatness. So yeah, so when she asked to gain perspective, oh boy, I should have warned her, be careful what you ask for. But, in Awakening Hearts, I am only too happy, too honored to illuminate and enlighten. And so we have 3 minutes. I would leave you with, she said something like, yeah, but that's all good, but in paper, in real life, you really need guilt to survive, so this is the difference between the third world, which is all about survival, about fear, about all that, into the awakened world, right? To the new earth, new reality, where we know those are machinations of the ego. Those are not our reality anymore. Those are not our choices anymore, right? So I told her, if I am an employer and I have 2 prospective employees, who would I hire? The one wearing the energy of guilt, or the one wearing the energy of joy? Because you know what? My customers would rather work with the employee who's always joyful, who's always smiling, who's always tuned into resources, very resourceful, right? Very uplifting, right? Because that's the seed, that's the garden that I want to create. So who would I rather hire? The one who's always down on herself, or the one who's always uplifting herself and others in the whole wide world? So don't tell me about what's gonna pay the bills. We don't live to pay the bills. It's all about quantum manifestation now, where it's ease and flow, inspiration, and divine goodness showing up as you, in you, through you, right? This is Awakening Hearts Radio. Okay, so that's the journey to awakening. That's the journey to choosing the energy that you would rather wear and influence people and radiate to people, right? So when you're when you're shooting yourself all over the place, guilting yourself into responsibilities and obligation, where is the growth in that? Where's the fulfillment? Where's the joy? Oh my God. All right. So hopefully you enjoyed the show today, Awakening Hearts Radio through Off the Cuff Radio. My name is Tess Vergara. I love you so much. I really do. I am so happy to be here. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, tess@openheartmindcoaching.com. Please join us again next week, Friday, noon Central. I love you all. Enjoy this awakening earth. We are awakened. We are here now. All right. Bye-bye.
getting out of this one.